Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another sort of Convallaria video. And Luvata has officially been announced. Yeah, this is just a trailer from the Witches chapter. Let's see if there's anything new. Alright, turning to Frog, the Flame Killer skill. Okay, big AoE ultimate. He teleported there. Oh yeah, this is the huge random single target skill. And let's look at Luvata. So I'm on Dia's account. Big shout out to him for letting me look at his account and Luvata. So Luvata is Papal States, aggression, and she's a breaker. A breaker mage. She has high magic attack, but keep in mind, you know, we have to raise the breaker magical talents, like the magic attack here, which is you know, she's the only one who uses that, so you have to raise that just for her. Maybe we'll get more breaker mages in the future. And let's look at her stars. So at 1 star, you have magic attack 5%. When dealing critical damage, inflicts 1 stack of ignition, which is a type of life loss, which is 25% of the sum of your physical and magic attack. This doesn't stack on the same target. Lasts for 2 turns, can be triggered once per round, and she also grants all your allies burning tile immunity. So this is a unique buff on your units. But if this buff does get dispelled, then it's kind of GG. Like, it doesn't recast, it's only at the start of battle. And the next breakpoint is 2 star, so I recommend 2 star as where you should be raising Luvata, unless you're pushing her all the way to 4 and 5 star. The reason being is at 2 star, you get an increase in magic attack. The ignition can be triggered up to twice, 2 times per round. And when casting fire skills, she does gain this crit 1, which increases crit by 15%. 3 stars, not really much of a big difference. The only difference here is crit 1 from 15% turns into crit 2, so 30% crit. 4 star is a big jump, 15% magic attack. The ignition can be triggered up to 3 times, and we're still keeping with the crit 2, but now we have the crit damage 1, which is 15% extra crit damage. And 5 star is the big one, 20% magic attack. Ignition can be triggered up to 4 times per round after casting fire skills. Gain crit damage, crit rate 3, which is 45% crit rate, and crit damage 3, which is 45% crit damage. So yeah, really amazing there. I do recommend looking at 2 star, otherwise you're pretty much jumping all the way to 5 star for her. And her base skill is Searing Gaze, so it's a pretty nice skill here. The selects target tile, they're similar to the Flame Pillar, plus shape range there. 80% fire AoE damage, so this triggers the crit rate buff of her trait. Inflicts 1 stack of ignition, forces tile to become burning, gives her attack 1, you know, that's a bit low, 10% attack, and meditation, restores 1 energy. So pretty nice base skill, 1 cost, and you're getting energy back. So nice cheap skill to have. And let's look at these individual skills. So rank 1, we do have blazing. So this is similar to what we have on our fire mages, like Flame Sorceress. So inflicts Scorch on 1 random injured character, lasts for 2 turns. And this skill is pretty unique. Ribbit, an instant, transforms them into a Curse Rogue until the start of target's next 2 turns. So they're immune to, can't be used on characters immune to bound. The movement is fixed at 1, immune to buffs, debuffs, knockback, and teleportation. Does not take any damage. So you make them sort of invulnerable. They can still attack you, but their movement is fixed at 1 tile. So a bit of a cheese skill, and they can run away, right? You can run away, keep them at range, kill someone else, and then come back. And you have to attack them to remove the cursed frog, or you can just let it expire and then you start attacking them. 4-turn cooldown. Like, you might want to go for blazing for the extra HP bonus, but I think this ribbit is really unique skill there to have. And now for rank 3. This is Luvata's sort of bread and butter skill. Passive, when attacking an enemy with Scorch, crit increases by 20. So Scorch and Ignition are different. So Scorch there, and then when attacking the enemy with Ignition, so that's from your trait and other skills as well, your crit damage increases by 20. Upon defeating an enemy with Scorch, so you basically make enemies explode here. 60% fire AoE damage to all enemies within 2 tiles, inflicts ignition for 2 turns. So makes them explode, and yeah, pretty cool. Pretty good at like killing mobs and everything as well. And getting that extra crit rate, crit damage buff is amazing for Luvata. Fiery Determination's the right side. When on a burning tile, attack is increased by 20%. At the end of turn, forces your tile to come burning for 2 turns. So she creates her own sort of burning pathway sort of thing, but it's only a 1 tile. These skills are both very good. Ideally, you want to go for Leaping Flames and then use a Castalia for Fiery Determination. Otherwise, yeah, just go straight with Leaping Flames here. Okay, for rank 5, the reaction skills, we have Wall of Ember. So before receiving a single target physical or magic attack, if you're on a burning tile, so you create your own burning tile and you can combo with the Wall of Ember, or you can create it with other skills, or other units can create burning tiles for you. Performs Preempt. This is a 3-turn cooldown though. Absorbing the burning tile and gaining a shield of the damage type, corresponding to 100% of your magic attack for 2 turns. I think it's still like a really unique skill and really nice to have. The right side, just our standard firewalking skill, similar to what Beryl has, immune to Scorch and burning tiles. When on burning tiles, reducing the damage by 10%, and then end of turn recovers 20% of the HP. So it could be useful if your trait does get removed, because this burning tile immunity can be debuffed there. So that's something to keep in mind. Otherwise, yeah, Wall of Ember does seem like the best skill to get for here. Rank 7, we have Phoenix Transformation. So look at this range, 99 range, infinite range. Instant, teleports to any burning tile, deals 50% fire magical damage to all enemies within 1 tile radius, and the tiles within range are forcibly turned into burning. So it's pretty sick skill there. And this is the standard energy regen. So definitely looking at this Phoenix Transformation skill. But I guess the issue here is you do want to have someone to create the burning tile for you, or you need to create beforehand and then sort of teleport there. But it was choosing the Phoenix Transformation. Like, have you seen the PvP videos where like you knock over the barrels and everything, and then she just teleports across the map to deal massive damage? Now for rank 9, Scorching Attack, fairly basic, inflict Scorch on the target. Fiery Wings, it's a 3 range skill, really epic. It's 90%, so it's more than at 80%, and changes the tile to burning. So this is like so much better. And rank 11, we have the ultimate skill, Fiery Wings, Nirvana in Flames. That selects a random enemy within 2 tiles of the target, attacks 6 times. Each attack deals 20% AoE damage. Keep in mind, this is magic damage, not fire damage. So you don't gain the crit buff from your trait. Okay, so 6 times 20, like if there's one enemy, 120% damage. to all enemies within 1 tile of the target range. So what that means is this AoE damage, it's a bit like how Boom 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 works. It'll do like a plus shape damage. So anything on that enemy and adjacent to it will be taking this AoE damage. So it's best if the enemies are grouped together within 1 tile. And the first 3 attacks inflict Scorch. So the Scorch debuff for 2 turns. After dealing damage, if there's a burning tile within 2 tiles of the initially selected target tile. So like, if you created your own last turn, absorbs it and additionally inflicts 1 stack of ignition for 2 turns after the first 3 attacks deal damage. So very complex skill there that you can really stack up the ignition. Remember when I said your trait, it doesn't stack the ignition? This skill does. And actually also Leaping Flames also stacks the extra ignition as well. So you can stack up a lot of ignition on the enemy. So you can see here 7 ignitions. Look at all the ignition damage. And then the right side is another ultimate skill, Meteor Flame. Selects a burning tile. Selects a target tile. If there's no burning tile, deals 70% fire AoE. So this does trigger the trait to all enemies. Forcibly changes center tile and tiles in 1 tile to burning. If there's a burning tile, increases damage to all enemies within range 140% and absorbs the burning tile. So yeah, if there is a burning tile, so you have to create your own burning tile there. So looking at Luvata's gear, for staff, diffusing prism's really nice, but also keep in mind there's also this leak on Luvata's signature weapon. So this might be this is definitely going to be best in slot for Luvata if we do get it. Otherwise, diffusing prism is good there for Luvata. AoE damage increases magic damage there. The other options is you can go like Starry Sky Heritage. The Nightmare Puppet doesn't really work. I think the second effect does work with the Ribbit skill. Resentment Broom, AoE damage, life loss. Maybe as like a lower tier option, but yeah, should aim for Diffusing Prism. You could also go with the Cornucopia Staff because a lot of his skills do use high amounts of energy, like 4 cost and then 5 cost there. For the trinkets, Roaring Flint is really key. Can help you cause the burning tiles on like grass terrains and everything, just to create make a lot of his skills work. Otherwise, for trinkets, you can also look at Blood Luxite Amulet, increasing the magic and AoE damage. Hourglass is nice, so is the Shield of Justice, just getting the increased attack. Some people do use Cloak on her because sometimes, especially if she teleports, she is like very far away with everyone and increasing her crit. And Tarot Justice is really good because she does have a lot of high crit and crit damage in her kit, especially at 5-star. Otherwise, you can also go with Magician. And her rank's 13 skill, yeah, damage increased by... This is basically Magician. Each target hit increased by 8 up to 24%. So let's take her for a spin and yeah, see some of these skills in action. Okay, let's skip all this. Does she need some energy? Yeah, maybe let's give her Seed of Wisdom. Okay. Alright, so we can do the Roaring Flint. Oh yeah, these can't burn, right? So she can't really do the teleport there. And we can see the ultimate skill, so I think I just screwed up, right? ultimate skill. Yeah, big AoE, but forcibly burns the ground there. So we can see here, like if I went through and did Meteor Flame, so this will be just 70%. 5610. So let me just backtrack quickly. If I did like Roaring Flint here, burn the ground, and then Meteor Flame, 41k crit, would have been like 10k if no crit. And then I can do Roaring Flint to create fire, and then I can do the teleport. Like, look how far this range is for teleport. I can pretty much teleport anywhere, but let's just teleport to here, and then we'll change. See, a bunch of AoE fire there. Looks like it's like a 3x3 range there, and then yeah, our big AoE again, Meteor Flame. Nice. Okay, and we can look at this other ultimate skill. So within 2 targets, hits 6 times, and it absorbs the burning car if we have one around us. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's swap that to, so if I did, actually I probably should maybe jump here where you can see there's more enemies. So I'll do the Roaring Flint here. So we've got fire tiles, and we target over here within range, right? Sucker up all the fire, and look at that. Okay, we also did, yeah, that all died. And the other skill we have is the Ribbit. Changes them into the frog. Look at this frog. If it can still attack us, and if we attack it, it doesn't take any damage. And it's still doing damage to us. Okay, let's see this again. Was that the shield? Yeah, that was the shield, right? Did we not preempt? Thorns preempt. Yeah, so we gained a shield. Oh, preempt. Okay, we gained a shield. We didn't attack, right? Yep. And then we can see the yeah, ignition on these. Yeah. Okay. Ignition and then scorch. Yeah, that's cool. I'll play with her more when he actually releases on global, I think. Yeah, these skills, and he looks amazing. But yeah, I don't really recommend Luvata. Like, she's really cool. She has some amazing skills and everything, but I don't know. I don't think she's worth pulling for. I feel like she does get sort of power crept. And if you have Convallaria, I think that's already enough. We don't need to get Luvata. Anyway, that's a brief look at the kit, and yeah, we don't know what the signature is going to be for Luvata. Yeah, we'll just wait and see. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.